Insights of All Trades podcast.
I went to the doctor and he was like, you'll be able to finish your hike, but you just got to take a little time off, stretch your feet out. And he gave me like stretches to do and an insert to put in my shoe. And so then it was like, we were in town, but I didn't really want to spend a lot of money. Like, you know, I could have taken like 4 days off probably and like been able to get back after it. But I was like, no, I'm going home. And then my buddy came home with me. So I ended up taking like 3 weeks off the trail and like just stretching, rolling it out with a tennis ball.
That's when you sewed your
and that's when I sewed my bag. So like before the trail, like I brought out, like I'd gotten into like sewing my own gear as kind of a way to pass time before the trail. Cause like I'll just get home from work or like I would think at work all day while I wasn't doing anything. Like I could be sewing this, or I could be hiking, and like I had all this energy and like ADD, like adventure brain to like, I want to do something to get ready. So I got really into like sewing outdoor gear. So I'd made my 40-degree like over quilt that I was using. My raincoat I had sewed, my rain pants. I'd sewed like sleeping bags and a couple prototype packs. And like just random stuff for people. So like while I was on the trail, I would like keep notes about like what I wanted for my perfect pack. So while I was home, I like sewed it up. And it was like, I got off trail in like March, got back on like at the end of March. So it was kind of spring. So I could switch to like a smaller, more summer, gear. I didn't have ice cleats. Didn't have like an extra jacket and all like a big woolen socks, all that stuff I got to leave behind. So I came back out with like half the weight. It was awesome.
When's the Jacob Younger hiking gear company coming out?
We're working on it.
Really?
We're working on it. Yeah.
Is it an actual thought you have?
Yeah. I definitely have a couple ideas like what direction I want to go with it. So my buddy, I had like a blog, and my buddy who did the website for the blog is interested in like, working on a company with me. So I'm actually going out to Colorado in a couple weeks here, and I might live out there or maybe just spend a month like coming up with plans to start a company. Right now my thought is, and I have like a ton of ideas bouncing around my brain, but just selling kits for people to sew themselves, because there is a market. Like there's a decent amount of people like out on the internet that sew their own gear, like this niche I found like on Reddit. And cause I'm not like the neatest sewer. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I want to be involved with the trail somehow. And I have like all the drawings that I made and like, so I'm thinking maybe selling kits or, making some kind of trail related app for now, just to get my toe in the market.
I gotcha.
Cause my friend's like a web developer and he's pretty smart. But my dream is to make an outdoor company.
Gotcha. If you had an awesome pack company, you'd put both the engineering education and the love for hiking both to very good use.
Absolutely. And like I love thinking about like, the stress goes here and you got to figure out a way to handle it. And like, it all makes sense to me. And it's kind of funny because like I just assumed everybody thought like this, and I'll be like talking all about my pack to people on the trail, and like I just see that it's all going right over their head. It's like, all right, I might have a skill for this. So like that
certainly the market for it.
Yeah. So I definitely want to stay involved with the trails. I'm gonna get a real job for now. I got to pay my credit card.
What's that
down.
Gonna be?
So the one I'm looking at, I just applied to. You inspect power lines. You just walk along power lines and travel around and go into different areas and like inspecting power lines. So that seems like a good deal because they like put you up during the week. So I don't like need to pay rent anywhere. I'll just figure out what to do on the weekends. But like my goal is to, pay, like get some money together to where I could to take a shot to like start my own company. And then maybe even like do something on the side, like making small orders and like custom stuff for people. I'm already like scheming up my next pack I want to sew. I was hoping to have it done before my trip with Hershey on the Loyal Sock, next week or this weekend, I guess, but that's not gonna happen. But
already back on the trail so
absolutely,
soon.
I miss it. I miss it a lot.
Dang.
That was like when I knew like when I got off the trail the first time, I was really nervous. Like I'm gonna get home and I'm not gonna want to leave. Like I'm just gonna want to be done with this. And there was like 2 days where I really thought I was gonna quit. I was like beating myself up, and then like
on that first stretch,
yeah. And I was just like, I got like the one morning I got up, rolled my feet out, and I was like, nah, fuck that. Like we're gonna get like we're gonna hike the trail. Like I gotta fix my feet first, but this is not like the end. Like I'm not gonna be finished. Like I kind of wanted to finish first. Like I kind of wanted to like or be in like the top 10. Like I was like, whatever, we'll let go of that. But like we're gonna finish this trail.
I'm glad you pulled through, dude.
Yeah, me too. It's crazy because like now I've done this like physical challenge. So it's like, what's the next challenge? Like I think the next thing for me is like, how do I need to address like conflict better and be able to like step in to that. And I feel like the best way for me to address that, like having conflict and like not even just like conflict, but interaction would be like starting your own company. Like that's a whole list of conflicts you got to get through. People you have to make the phone calls. You have to be tough. And like, so that's kind of what I'm thinking of as like the next real thing is like, that's the next, you know, I'm in pretty good shape now. And it's like, I feel weird if I don't run now. Like I'm like, I drove back from Maine and I'm like sitting in the car all day. I'm like, I need to do something. And as soon as I got home, I went. Like I only ran like 2 miles, but like I needed to do something. So like I've got like, not that I've got that taken care of, but I'm in like a good groove with that. So now it's like the next step like is my career. Cause like kind of ran away from that for 6 months and now I got to get after that. So that's what, you know, this trip to Colorado is about and hopefully kind of figuring out a little bit, but I don't like to plan too much. So
we'll find some more conflict, some conflict that makes you grow
to address it. I got to get in there.
I think we need it, dude. I mean, didn't plan on taking this down a philosophical path, but I think I don't know, are most alive if we have conflict within our control, as in choosing the conflict. I want to take on this career. I want to take on this hike, this run, this lift, yada, yada, yada. Exactly. But, I mean, the conflict's not as fun when it's outside of your control.
Yeah.